Hello everyone, my name is Shonda and welcome to my channel Under the Needle. I have not, well, this will be my third video today, but prior to today I had not posted in 3 weeks. If you want to know why or where I've been or what happened, I did make a video about that earlier today that is up and available if you care to hear me rant and learn a little bit about my personal life. But if you're just here for the quilty stuff, no need, right? So we are unboxing the Open Gate subscription box. This is another one of my favorites. I don't have many. Um, Most of them don't suit my needs. I only have three things that I subscribe to because I really don't want to have like $500 worth of subscription boxes come into my house. I don't need a lot of stash. I have all the stash that I need. Um, I don't need a lot of notions. So I'm just at a point where I'm not looking to stash build. I'm just looking to treat myself, right? So I want the subscriptions that are going to give me the things that I need, that I have space for, um, and that make me happy and bring me joy. So the three that I like are Stashing with Stephanie because I get patterns and fabric. I like this one from Open Gate because I get fabrics and patterns. Except this is even more compact because it's made into a kit already for me, and I get a pattern. And I like the Sew Sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop because yes, I get some fabric, and I might get a couple of notions, but that box is $25 a month plus tax, and it's just not a lot of money. So it's like a monthly gift to myself. It's like a monthly treat, right? So I feel like it's a good price point to play. When you spend 60 or $70, if I spend that much for a subscription, I'm going to be a lot more discerning about what gets put in there. But when it's $25 plus tax and shipping, not so much. So I'm okay with getting, half a layer cake and a small spool of thread, and because it's just a monthly surprise for me. It's like a little monthly gift, just a pick me up once a month. That's how I look at these boxes. They are surprise gifts for me. I like a lower price point, um, so that if I get something that I'm not exactly jazzed about, I'm not upset. Okay. So that's just kind of my personal philosophy. So that's why I don't do a lot of the other subscription boxes, because I don't need 20 fat quarters or 10 half yards or 6 half. I just that I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I like that I don't have to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I know what to do with a fat quarter. Um, and she gives me a pattern if I don't. With Stashing with Stephanie, Fat Quarter Shop, it's a project already. It's a project in there. You might have to add some background fabric, but it's a project already. Same with Open Gate. They're giving me the everything I need to make the project other than, basic supplies. So I like this box. I've yet to be disappointed. I am super excited to open this up and see what we have this month. So again, Open Gate Quilts is owned by Monique Jacobs, and I've been following her for some time now. And so this is her subscription box. It is $42 a month plus tax and shipping. I think for me it comes out to be like $48 or something like that. Something like that. In each month's box, we get a larger project, a smaller project, a pattern, and a notion. I know I've had some people comment to me about, like, um, you know, subscription box value. So just to kind of put it in perspective, like if you go online or your local quilt shop and you find a little kit for a table runner, that little kit is probably going to run you $40 to $60. No lie. I'll show you. Quilt shop, right? There's a quilt shop called Stitch and Snip that's online that I do some shopping with sometimes, especially when they have some really good deals. This is a table runner, 19 by 56. This table runner was $36.99. Um, in general, if you go and you find a kit for a table topper or a small wall hanging or a table runner, it's generally going to cost you about that much. So that was $37. Okay. I think on the low end 30, on the high end 60. That's what you're going to pay. So for me, um, to get a larger project and a smaller project and a notion and a pattern for $42 plus, the shipping, I think for $48, for me, that's a value. That's a good value for me. And not only am I getting a good value, but I'm also getting something fun and interesting and that I can't get anywhere else, right? So, um, there's a lot of tape. Okay. So this is what we look like. You know, I can never get I can never get it right. I can never get it right. I never hold it up right to the camera. Okay, so we're gonna open this up. Okay. Okay. This is okay. She doesn't disappoint. She really doesn't. I feel like, sometimes you get a subscription box and you really just feel like somebody just kind of threw it together, or like they didn't put a whole lot of thought into how you were going to use it. I never get that impression here. Like I never get the impression that she just kind of threw something together. It always feels very well thought out. And I appreciate that. So I'll start with the smaller pattern, the smaller project. Um, so we have a little more flower and vine today. That's Monique's act. That's her line that she did for Maywood Studios, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. So it's a mini mat holder. So it's designed to hold a mini cutting mat. So this is our fabric. Here's our project. This is what it's going to look like. You can see the binding around it. You can see the pocket. There's some binding in the pocket opening, and it holds a mini mat. And so, of course, we're getting a mini mat. So we're going to get a mini mat to go in our mini mat holder. Like I said, it never feels thrown together. It never feels to me like she just, well, I gotta put something in the box, so I'll just, throw this in there. I've gotten boxes like that where it seemed a little thrown together, not well planned, not well thought out. Like I said, I never feel that when with this box. So I mean, so this is an Olfa 6x8 cutting mat. I don't know what the value is of this. Let's just say it's $5. Seems reasonable, right? $5. This pattern and fabric kit for this mini mat holder. I don't see how you could possibly get it for less than $15. If you could find this in a store, something like this, I don't see why it would possibly be less than 15. I just don't see it. Not with the shopping that I've done. And I shop pretty extensively. $15 seems pretty reasonable. I've seen pot holders cost more than $15. So Monique doesn't, or Open Gate, they don't give us a value of the things. But let's just use our quilty knowledge from our online shopping and figure out our value. So I'm going $20 here. 5 for this and 15 for that. And I think I'm on the low side for this here. I think I'm on the low side. But let's just say these two items together are $20. So then we have a small spool of Aurifil thread. I honestly don't know what this even goes for. It's in almost every box. Let's say $4. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then what do we have here? I'm gonna have to consult. Oh, it's a fat quarter from the Seeds of Glory. Oh, okay. From the Seeds of Glory line. And Seeds of Glory is also the line that our larger pattern, our larger project comes from. So this is our extra fat quarter that we got. And this is from the same line as our large project. This is our fabric. So this is from Seeds of Glory by Riley Blake Designs. We have all the fabric for the top and the binding. The backing is not included. We have a full color pattern and a picture. So this is our project. And this is our pattern. It makes a 30.5 by 30.5 wall hanging. So based upon what I've seen when I shop for kits and things like that, this just this alone is 30. I don't see how it could be any less than $35. So 35 plus 20 for the other kit and the mat, that's 55, and $4 for the thread, that's 59, and then so that's $62 just from me looking at this, spitballing, eyeballing what I think, based upon what I've seen. Monique does not put any value on, she does not put a dollar amount on here, but just from the amount of online shopping that I do and what I've seen, I just don't see how this box would be any less than $62. And I paid $48. So I believe the value is here for me. But as all things, you have to figure out if the value is there for you. I have somebody in the comments, in one of my comments on one of my videos, they mentioned a term called SABLE, SABAE, which is stash accumulation beyond life expectancy. I feel like I fall in that category. I feel like the amount of fabric that I have is more than I'll use in my lifetime. And I'm still buying more. And I've got these subscription boxes every day. And when I did my quilt room tour, I forgot to show everybody my backing fabric because I can't even fit that up here. I have a whole massive bin under my table with my backing fabric in it. So you guys didn't even get to see the backing fabric. That's a whole nother, that's a whole nother. So it's not even like I just have my quilt tops. Like I've got the backing too. I probably, and not to mention all the kits. So so just realistically knowing how long it might take for me to get to these, to get to anything, I kind of like having, in my particular stash position, I kind of like having these all-inclusive kits. You know, I kind of like having these all-inclusive kits that I can use at any time, that I can make at any time. Just pull it off the shelf and make it. Whether it's 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or 20 years from now, it's all in a kit. It's all there. Everything's there. I like that. I like that concept. That's why I have so many kits. So because this comes from the same line as our main project, um, there's always the option to use this as part of your backing. Now, I have not looked at this pattern to see um, how much is cut. Let's see. Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't looked at this pattern to know how much of the fabric is going to be left here, but there could conceivably be enough fabric left over plus this fat quarter to piece a backing. I don't know. Meh, maybe not. It says for the backing you need a yard. You need a yard for the backing. So maybe not. Maybe not enough, but um, I'll certainly give it a try. I have a lot of plain navy, um, so I could see piecing this in a back with some scraps left over from the front, along with whatever I might have in my stash that might kind of go with it as well, if I got any Americana in here. So that is today's box. We have our mini project, which is a mini mat holder, which holds this 6x8 Olfa mat. We have a fat quarter from the Seeds of Glory line by Riley Blake Designs. We have this pattern here called the log cabin star, which is a 30.5 by 30.5 wall hanging, and it is also from the Seeds of Glory by Riley Blake Designs collection. And we have sufficient fabric for our top and binding, and we need 1 yard for our backing. And we also got this little spool of Aurifil thread, which is in color 2312 and does match both of our projects. So, like I said, guys, this is just a really well thought out box. I like the idea of getting a larger project that's not necessarily a full-size quilt, of course. I like the idea of having something smaller to work on. I like the idea of, not too many notions. If I get a notion from her, it's going to be something that I need to finish the project. At least that's what it's been thus far, right? Either I'm going to get a ruler that I need to finish the project, or I'm going to get some spool of thread that I can always use for this project or some other project. So this just works for me. I find that the value is here, and I recommend it to anyone. And I guess that's it for me today. I'm going to put all my little toys back in their boxes, get them appropriately added to my stash, and I'll move on to the next topic for today. So that's it for me. Open Gate Quilt subscription box, $42 a month plus shipping, works out to be $48 a month for me. And it's 1 small project, 1 large project, 1 notion, and whatever else, whatever a pattern, whatever other goodies she decides to put in the box. But like I said, always really well thought out. Never feels haphazard or rushed or thrown together. Like, I always feel like she put some thought into it, and I have a deep appreciation for that. And we don't get ugly fabric. There have been some subscriptions where I liked the concept of the box, but the fabric selections were just not for me. I just did not like the fabric. It was ugly to me. I have not had that issue with this box. So it's definitely something that I plan on continuing to receive. And check it out if it interests you. I will put all of the information in the description down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next video.